Good evening, or good morning. Anyways, I want to start off this video saying thank you. If you've been watching or you're just now starting to watch, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time. Today is probably going to be a short, kind of like yesterday's, day 52 today. And I'm exhausted. I need to go to sleep. And it's been a good day. One thing that I have been dealing with the last 2 days is that I ran out of protein. And that is tough. Really tough. And it kills me. So, yes, I lick the top. But I was able to get enough protein. I had to do it through Whole Foods instead of going through supplements, which isn't a problem. It's just difficult. It is much more difficult to find protein in that manner than it is to find it and, kind of utilize supplements. And honestly, I think it's less cost effective too. But I'm going to check that. I'll have to do the math on that. So before I make that confidently or state that confidently, that's what I'm going to say. Hold off and let me look at the math on that. Workout 1, got my ruck in. Workout 2, did the lower body portion of this week's Arnold's Pump Club workout of the week. And I'm not sure which I dislike more, but I definitely dislike inchworms more than burpees. Inchworms are god-awful. So I need to get better at those. But all in all, the 2 workouts were good. My reading, excellent again. The Magic of Thinking Big. Today, I read a lot about, what you keep in your memory and what you withdraw from your memory. So what you actually pull out of the past. And, it's interesting because I do, just in general, I tend to focus on the positive. Things that have happened in the past rather than negative things. And I don't know that I've always been that way. I just know that that's something that I've trained myself to be, as someone that does. So when I think about, past situations, I tend to think of it with, love and, great gratitude. I try to find things that I can be grateful for that I've had, that I've experienced in the past, and things that made me feel really good inside. And those are the situations and things that I draw from. What else? Confidence is kind of also part of what I'm reading right now, and I do like what he said. When you're dealing with another person, that person is important, but you are also important. So when you sit down together, it's just 2 important people having a conversation. And that's pretty interesting to think about, that you are both important. One person is not more important than the other. So that's a pretty cool thing to think about. I also learned one thing today listening to a podcast that I wanted to share. I shared it briefly in my Instagram story earlier today, but I want to share it again here so it's in a little more long form and I can talk about it a little bit more. And this is this concept of framing, that framing is, I guess I picked it up today listening to a podcast by Ed Mylett and Dr. Benjamin Hardy. And he wrote a book called 10x is easier than 2x. But that didn't have anything to do with framing. Kind of, but not really. But one thing I noticed with Ed Mylett is that he starts almost every podcast talking about how great the podcast is going to be, how what an amazing opportunity it is to talk to this particular guest, and how how important this podcast is going to be, that you make sure you take notes and those kind of things. And at first, listening to it, I was like, man, because he pretty much says something similar almost every single episode. And at first it was really annoying. It actually kind of made me feel like, I was like, he's not really, maybe this is a little disingenuous. But when Dr. Hardy actually explained it, the way that he put it is that Ed is framing this conversation. He's putting it out there that this conversation is going to be a good one, that it's going to have good information in it. And I realized that I actually do that a lot with my children and with my day. And with my kids, I wake them up in the morning. I'm like, hey, today's going to be a great day. And they get that all the time. Today's going to be a great day. You're going to have a great day. You're going to learn a lot. It's going to be a great day. And what that does is it just sets the day up. It's not setting an expectation. It's just putting that energy out there into the world and saying, hey, I'm ready for a great day. And I do that with my job as well, and I didn't realize it, but or I never thought I really had never had a name for it. It's just something that I always kind of thought about me, is that I go to work. All right, today's gonna be a great day, and I call it the bubble, the Benfield bubble, and meaning that I have my own sphere of influence that surrounds me, that when I go into things, it diffuses situations and makes it less crazy and volatile, so that I can do my job, but at the same time, people are able to have a clear vision of what's going on. They can understand what's going on, so that it makes it easier for me to do my job. But it's just a simple framing that I invite that kind of energy in, is that I invite in the positive energy. And I didn't realize that I was doing it, but it's just something that I heard about today, and I wanted to share it because I thought it would be valuable to somebody that may be watching this. That is all I've got for today. It's not as short as yesterday's, but it's still pretty short. I'm going to try to do another one that's maybe a recap of both days when I'm not as tired. And so I'll be able to get a little bit more sleep tomorrow and maybe make a video kind of in the afternoon. At least that's a thought. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I'll put it out there that I'm planning on doing it. So I want to do it because I think I can make a fairly good one for talking about 51 and 52, and also, some of the struggles with food and how I overcame them, and, some of the lessons I learned about, not having protein with me, or not having that protein supplement to, put in instead of a whole food. So, yeah, thank you again for watching these, and thank you for your support, and thank you if you follow me on Instagram now, and thank you if you have reached out to me for help. I am a coach through the First Form app, and I'm also a coach. I coach martial arts. I coach. I'm working on my fitness, personal trainer, um, because I genuinely enjoy helping people, gain new skills or improve their life, and their ability to live a longer, more quality, healthy life. So for what it's worth, thank you. And please, if you get a chance, like, subscribe, share the content, make a comment. So yeah, that's it. So thank you again, and have a great evening. Day 52 complete.